We are definitely here at Epcot. It's the Flower and Garden Festival. It's our first time. Crystal's all decked out with orange bird stuff.
I should say and clarify, it's our first real time being here. Because when we came here last year in June, it was sort of like a weird mix of Flower Garden and the food and wine. I mean, it was pandemic year, let's be real.
True.
But all the Flower Garden topiaries or whatever were all gone, so this is our first time getting to see them.
Let's check it out. So I don't know what these two are called, but check it out. I know they have these guys at the Fantasia Gardens. I think they might be from the movie Fantasmic, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. So if you know, comment below. And here where they have the festival passports, little tomato on the front. And of course here you have Mickey Mouse and the brooms from Fantasmic at the front. And it looks beautiful. And this is our first time at the Flower and Garden Festival. So excited. So they have added the flags to the sides of the entranceway, which is kind of interesting. They debuted, you know, the logos to these flags at D23 last year when we were there. And all the logos look really cool. I mean, how cool is it that you have your own flag for your theme park? And not just one flag, multiple flags. So we're next to the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and here is what it looks like, just in case you're curious. So it looks like, you know, they're still boarding it up, trying to protect it inside from the elements. Got a whole bunch of that blue paneling or, you know, paper on the outside. So yeah, still under construction. And here we have the characters from Bambi over here. Look how cute they are. Aww. Now we're going a direction we haven't gone in a long time, just because the only things over here is Mission Space. But it looks like there is a topiary this way of Buzz Lightyear. Let's get a closer look. So here is Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger. It's pretty well done. So over here we actually see Spike the Bee. Looks like he's pollinating a cycad. Cycad? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Go down below, it's like, this is to be a king sago.
A king sago. Okay, so yeah, there's Spike the Bee. So by the way, we forgot to mention we're doing the scavenger hunt for Spike the Bee. So you gotta find Spike the Bee pollinating in different parts of the world or around Epcot. So this is a cycad, and so this would probably be, where is this? We're not 100% sure, but we think this is a prehistoric plants area because, you know, there's a tiny dinosaur right there, and, you know, a little statue of a dinosaur there, so we're gonna put it there. So over here they have a garden area called Outdoorscapes, which is a nice relaxation station. It looks like they just got a whole bunch of edible food because this looks like, you know, lettuce. I wonder if you can just pick it and eat it. Oh, and over here, Crystal found Spike the Bee. He's pollinating a tomato plant. We see them watering the plants over here. He has to step very carefully so he doesn't step on too many of them. But yeah, kind of interesting that they have to water all these plants by hand. It's a lot of work.
Construction, nothing to see.
Nothing to see here.
Well, here's a little bit more info about those purple margins that we just saw. So that's what the male and female looks like, and this is, you know, their range for breeding. They're up there. For non-breeding, they're in South America. Very interesting. They eat a whole bunch of bugs, so they keep, you know, Epcot, you know, safe of bugs. Except for they eat butterflies. I don't know how I feel about that. So here are three more huge topiaries. There's Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, and there's Goofy behind them. And these are absolutely huge. Ooh, and they do have more butterflies where you can take your picture on them on the wall. It's pretty cool. Oh, we found Crystal's favorite characters, Chip and Dale. Look at that. And there's Pluto over there. Very cool. And ahead of us is a huge Harmonious Bridge in the background there. That's what the giant circle thing is. And for some people, you know, they hate it because it's off-center. So if you're looking at this, it's definitely to the right. I absolutely love all these floating plants that they have here. I think it's so cool. And then this is also what some of those giant flower beds look like. Let me zoom in. So there's a hidden Mickey over there. There's a giant flower within the flower bed. Another Mickey. And then there's, you know, it just repeats. So look at this. Up ahead are Donald and Daisy. Donald has a bee on his head. Just look at that. Looks like Crystal found another sticker to put on Daisy.
Of course, to go with Daisy.
And that makes sense. Oh, I see Spike over there next to a Daisy. By the way, behind Donald and Daisy are Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I don't know which one's which, you know. But yeah, there they are. They're all holding like different gardening tools. Next, we're gonna visit the Honey Bistro garden. We're gonna look for Spike the Bee over there. And here he is. Looks like he's pollinating a canna lily over here. By the way, look at these beehives that they have. They're obviously fake, but I mean, I just love the coloring of them. We're making our way to the UK, and over here we have the Muppets. Let's get a closer look. So here we have Miss Piggy and all her suitcases, because, you know, she comes with some baggage. And then next to you have Kermit the Frog on a bike. A wooden bike, mind you, not a metal one. Alright, next stop is the Festival Pavilion right outside the UK Pavilion. Let's see what they have inside. So it doesn't look like they have a shop out front here like they did for the other festivals recently. I wonder if they have one further back. So it looks like they have a musician up there surrounded by a whole bunch of sunflowers, but there is no shop inside. And it looks like they only have the one food section. Well, maybe a second food section over there, further down. Ooh, this next one, I'm gonna enjoy. Wait for it. Outside the UK building or pavilion, outside the sportsman shop, I should say, is Winnie the Pooh and friends. Look at that. You got Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, and over here you have Winnie the Pooh and Kangaroo. So we're now in the UK Pavilion's garden section. It looks like they got some sort of like elf-like thing, you know, like tree elves. Because there's Tinkerbell right there. So yeah, it's kind of cool. By the way, fairy was the word I'm looking for, not elves. Just a little correction there. And they also have Peter Pan and Hook over here. I like how they made Peter Pan smaller than Hook, you know? That's a good attention to detail right there. Crystal found Spike the Bee. It's over here. He's pollinating camellia type of tea, I think, since it shows off a teacup over here. So above us in the sky, somebody's been, you know, writing some letters in there. I think it says, Jesus gives you wings. So it's a Red Bull? It's a Red Bull ad. That's what it is. Jesus gives you wings. So over in the France Pavilion, they have a Remy topiary over here. So now we're inside one of the shops here at the Paris Pavilion, and they have a Remy plush over here, $29.99. But look at these Remy ears. Oh, these are adorable. They even have a Remy like coin purse and like a Remy kids play set with like fruits that you can like fake cut. Like they have fake cuts in them. So kind of fun. Also have a kids hoodie. Oh my gosh, look at this. Crystal, look at this kid's hoodie.
I know.
Oh, that's adorable.
Make it an adult size.
Oh, look at the zipper. It's a little cheese block. And then outside the shop, you can see Spike the Bee. He's pollinating a rose bush. I don't know how I missed it, but here's Beauty and the Beast in front of the Paris Pavilion. All done with the Paris Pavilion, moving on to the Morocco area. Here we have the Urban Spice Garden. By the way, the bathrooms, I think these are bathrooms, are still under construction here at the Morocco Pavilion. And I think we found the Spike the Bee. He is pollinating chili, so he's over there, chili's right there. Seems like we're just flying through these pavilions. So here we are in the Japan Pavilion, and we have Spike the Bee feeding an iris. By the way, this is what we've done so far. So we got the tomato, the scad, daisy, canna, camellia, rose, chili, and the iris. We just have a few more we haven't done yet and put a sticker on. Ooh, now this is impressive. They have a huge dragon over here. Absolutely massive. I like this. Alright, so far we've had a pretty productive day in terms of doing the scavenger hunt. All the rides kind of have long lines right now, so we haven't been doing any rides. However, we might do some rides later in the day. Living with the Land is supposedly only a 15-minute wait. Alright, making our way slowly into the Italy Pavilion. We're looking for another Spike to be here. Crystal really thinks it's going to be the artichoke he's pollinating. It's a good theory she has. Let's see if she's right. So over here near the gondola, you can see that they have a Lady in the Tramp topiary. Look at that. It'd be really cool actually if they had like a spaghetti noodle between the two. There's like some long vine or something. That would have made this even better, I think. I do love all the flowers they put here. There's a lot of good flowers. Watering them must be a nightmare though. But they do look well maintained. Just look at this huge collection of flowers over here as well. That's a lot. Wow. So this Italy section was really hard to find, but it's here at the very end of the Italy Pavilion, right next to the Germany Pavilion. Crystal was 100% right. She guessed it was the artichoke, and it is the artichoke indeed that Spike's pollinating. She looks pretty happy. So this is one of Crystal's favorite things she likes seeing the detail of, but here at the Germany Pavilion in the train station, you can actually see that they added tiny little flags to all the light posts in the town square, showing off it's the Flower and Garden Festival. Like, that's one of those just tiny details they don't have to do, but it's amazing they do. So here's Snow White and one of the dwarfs. I forget which one this is, but look at this. Now, unlike some of the other topiaries we've seen, these are actually like living. Some of the others are definitely more fake, but these are definitely more alive than the others we've seen. One of the things we've not been doing this trip has been eating all the food here. We might have to do that another trip, but they do have all their festival food markets open. Here at the China Pavilion, the frozen line starts way over here, right at the start of the pavilion. And then, of course, it snakes around inside the pavilion as well. It's a fairly long line. There's no way we're doing that today. Look at the pandas! Oh, they're so cool! Oh, I love how they each have like their own stick that they're like fake eating. Oh my gosh, that's adorable! And this line for Frozen is just crazy long. That's just way too long. Over here they have a troll topiary right there. So we were really wondering if there would be any frozen topiaries here, and there are indeed. There's Anna and Elsa, but I don't see an Olaf, which is sad. And of course there's a line to get into the pyramid again. I would have ridden the Grand Fiesta Tour if there was no line, but there is a line sadly. By the way, Spike the Bee is in the line. He's pollinating an orchid back there. He's really hard to see. And then over here we have the three Caballeros topiaries. Pretty adorable. Of course, these are actual topiaries. They're not cardboard cutouts like they are in the ride currently. Alright, we're making our way over to the Figment area and Living with the Land. See if we can find more Spike the Bees over here. This is a pretty cool topiary they got of the Lion King. I don't know if you're noticing something different to the right here, but they've been demolishing the building that was to the right here for the longest time. It's basically all gone. If I remember, I'll show you what it looks like from the front, but it's basically all gone, and they still have Figment picture areas over here. More themed to the Flower and Garden Festival. I'm glad we came this way because they have a butterfly house over here, and we're gonna wait in the line to do it. There is a small line, hopefully not too big, but we'll wait in it no matter what to do. So they're giving out free Go-Go Squeeze samples. So they have Mary Mango and a Peppy Pineapple, and they're giving it out over here. Wow, that's kind of cool. And of course they have a Figment topiary. I wish they used like purple on him, like some sort of purple flower. It's kind of sad that they didn't actually. So there's the entrance, the Goodness Garden Butterfly House. And right outside of it is Spike the Bee pollinating salvia. It's kind of cool. They go into, descriptions of all the butterfly life cycles, and there's butterflies flying around all on the inside of the thing. There's, a couple on the outside. I don't know if you can see them, but they're just chilling over there. There's a lot in this corner, it looks like. And they have a whole bunch of plants there, you know, just good for butterflies here. It's very well set up. What, butterfly? Come back. Gives you some suggestions on how to plant a butterfly garden. Choose a sunny spot, provide host plants, plant nectar flowers, make sure all plants are free from pesticides, include shallow saucers with wet sand and pebbles. Sit back and enjoy your butterfly garden. Yeah, and so this is an example of one of the saucers with wet sand that, you know, allows the butterflies to get water. And through the screen, I don't know if you can see it, but there's Winnie the Pooh with his butterfly catching net. Ah! Oh, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is where they have all the butterfly cocoons, and there's actually one coming out there. He's down here towards the bottom. He's stretching his wings right now. By the way, here's a good perspective of how big this butterfly garden is. Here's a little panoramic view. It's absolutely huge. I love it, and it is covered in a net, so you know the butterflies can't escape, but I'm sure they let them out at the end. Oh, they have a couple of these hatchery sections. That's cool. This one, the top row, looks like it's all hatched. So they probably bring in like a new row like every week or so maybe? I don't know. Wow. I would love to have a butterfly garden in our backyard. He's so cool to have. Look at him. Look at that guy. And for size comparison. Okay, so here's our progress we've made so far. There's only one we don't have tips of the trade, and we don't really know where that is. So we can assume though that's going to be the bromeliad flower. So we can put that sticker on it and we can complete it. And we've actually already turned these in for our plates. So I'm going to show you what these plates look like in a second here. Here are what the 3 plates look like. Well, there are technically 4 plate options, but we only got 3 of them. The last one was Minnie Mouse, and we just really aren't too much of a fan of her, but you know, there's Spike the Bee, Figment, and Orange Bird. And these are dishwasher safe, and they come in 2 packs. And that's my cat, Jupiter. Alright, so we're all done with the Flower and Garden Festival. We finished our, you know, puzzle that we were trying to solve. All the stickers have been put in place. We didn't eat any of the food though, did we?
No, not this trip, but the Flower and Garden Festival is going on for a while. I think until sometime in July, so we got plenty of time to come back and do a ton of eating.
And we're going to do a ton of eating here. They have some amazing food from what we saw, so yeah, stay tuned for that video. See ya!